All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome, welcome. Thanks so much for joining us today here on TooTallToby's Model Monday Live. Very exciting times. We are getting into tournament season. People get a great chance to practice for the tournament by tuning into this live stream and by trying to compete against other 3D CAD experts from all around the world. And we've got some great 3D CAD experts in here today. We've got Sharada here. What's up? What's up? Ian is here. What is up? Michael is here. What's up, Michael? Welcome. Welcome. We got Stu 3D here. We got Emil here. Serge TTL is here. What's up, Serge? Welcome. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much to everyone for joining us. Let us know, as always, in the chat if you're here for the first time, if where you're from. That's always good to know where you're from in the world. We have people from all over the world that tune in here. We have Bob Phelps from Iowa here. Hello, hello. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. So good to see everybody in here on this beautiful Monday, June 17th. I got to tell you, the weather where I am is absolutely amazing. As always, guys, let me know if anything sounds too quiet or too loud, if the music is too loud, if the voice is too quiet. I'm trying to make some final adjustments here before we move on to the main show, the main action of the show. But everything looks good here to me. Hopefully it all sounds good to you. If anybody's out there who has a good ear for these types of things, let me know if it all sounds good, if it all looks good. And we are going to get into this episode of Model Monday Live. So welcome, welcome everybody who's tuning in. I see there's still a lot of people coming in. So welcome, welcome. We're going to get into it here. Like I mentioned at the intro, we are in tournament season. Today is officially the first day of free registration. That's going to open up just a little bit later on today. I'm just putting some final touches on those registration challenges. But keep your eyes peeled today throughout the day, and we will see those new challenges go up. And we're going to talk a little later in the presentation about what that challenge is going to look like. We're going to have matches starting on August 30th and running all the way through to our finals on October 18th. So I'm very excited about this tournament. And today, right here, live on Model Monday Live, you get a chance to compete against some of these people who are going to be in the tournament, or who I think are going to be in the tournament. We don't really know yet. We don't know who's going to be in the tournament yet. So today we are going to do two CAD speed modeling challenges for the chat. I'm going to show you a 2D print. You are going to try and turn it into a 3D model faster than anybody else in the chat. Andy Yo is here. What's up, Andy? Welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining us. I'm going to give you guys some tournament updates today, and of course, we are going to hang out with the best chat ever. As always, these speed modeling challenges are going to have me showing you a 2D print, and you are going to try and turn that into a 3D model. Once you're done, you're going to try to calculate the mass, and you're going to try to enter that mass directly in the YouTube chat. And you can use any 3D CAD package to compete here. You can be anywhere in the world, and you can use any 3D CAD package. We are truly CAD agnostic here on Model Monday Live. As long as you can input the density and output the mass, you are in the right place. Phosphor is here in the chat. What's up, Phosphor? Welcome, welcome, welcome. VVV is here, says hello, hello, hello. And Okioma Obedience is here. Hello, hello. Liam Perry is here, says hi all. What's up, what's up? Welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining us. So like I said, I'm going to show you a 2D print, have you turn that into a 3D model, and see if you can enter the answer correctly in the chat. The question is, what is the mass of this part? Who can calculate that mass and enter it correctly in the chat? The first person to do so will be declared the winner and will get on our Model Monday Live leaderboard at TooTallToby.com. You may want to take a moment, if you're here for the first time, take a moment, grab a screen capture, make sure that you have got the correct material density in your library. If you don't, you're going to spend some extra time putting the correct density into your model. Most CAD packages give you the ability to specify a custom material for this part, and you could certainly go into this part and you could say, I'm going to use a custom material density of 7,800 kilograms per cubic meter, but you're better off actually having a material library. So take a moment, make sure that you've got these materials, make sure that those materials are ready to go. These are the materials we use during Model Monday Live. These are the materials we're going to be using during the tournament. Ian says, have you ever seen anyone use Onshape mobile app to compete? Yes, actually we have, Ian, in the leaderboard challenge. If you go back a few months, maybe I'll look it up. We saw Eric compete in the leaderboard challenge using Onshape mobile. It's pretty epic. I'll see if I can find that video and we will share that with everybody. Ace says, hello all, happy Monday everyone. Happy Monday indeed. What a beautiful Monday. Hope you guys all had a good Father's Day yesterday, and it is indeed a beautiful Monday. Jern says hello. Hello, Jern. How are you today? Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the live stream, one and all. The advanced rules are, this is meant to be fun and good-spirited. Occasionally, I will make a mistake. I'll list the wrong material or the wrong density, or I'll miss a key dimension, something like that. When those types of things happen, we just have to call an audible and try to figure it out together. A few weeks ago, I missed a dimension on a rib, and I just announced to everybody it was 5 millimeters. Some people were kind of able to figure that out. Some people had to wait for that. It happens. I make mistakes. And the Ivan exploit is permitted. If you're not familiar with the Ivan exploit, I do have a video on that coming out soon, explaining what the Ivan exploit is. But that is permitted both in the tournament and during Model Monday Live. All right, I think that's it for the intro. If anybody else has any questions, you got about 2 seconds left to let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, we are going to get into it here with our first challenge. Let me flip over to full screen and make sure that the full screen looks good. Make sure that we're not losing any key data. I think this all looks good here. So as soon as I show you this 2D print, you are going to compete against the other amazing chat pros here today to determine who is the fastest in the chat at turning a 2D print into a 3D model. So here we go. This first challenge begins in 3, 2, 1. Go. What is the mass of this part in XXXX grams? The tolerance for this part is plus or minus 1 gram. The unit system is MMGS. The material is 1060 aluminum alloy. The density is 2,700 kilograms per cubic meter. So if you're here for the first time, what most people do is they take a screen capture of this screen. Maybe make YouTube full screen. Grab a screen capture, use print screen in Windows, or use Snagit, or use MW Snap, or use whatever program you prefer to use to grab screen captures. But take a screen capture of this print because the live stream is going to keep moving forward. Put it on your second monitor so you can work as efficiently as possible. And your goal is to try to come up with the mass of this part. This is a great song for modeling. This will get you in there. Let's go. Let's do some 3D CAD. Oh, yeah. So grab a screen capture because we are going to move on with today's presentation. But most of the people who have been here before, that's what they do. They'll grab a screen capture and they'll use that screen capture. I really like this model. I really like this challenge. It's got a lot of dimensioning to the peak of the arc. I think that's kind of a cool skill to learn. All right, I hope that was enough time. We are gonna go back to our presentation here today because we got a lot to talk about today. Ricardo Jean is here. What's up, my man? Welcome, welcome. We're getting into tournament season, Ricardo. Time has come. One of our fastest runners, Ricardo Jean, in the chat. Welcome, welcome. All right, guys, don't forget to support the channel. If you enjoy this type of content, whether you're just here watching or whether you're competing against the other chat pros, take a moment and hit that like button. Looks like we got 33 people watching, 33, the magic number. And it looks like we got 10 likes. Let's see what we can do to get that ratio to 1-to-1. Number of people watching the same as the number of likes. And of course, we want to continue growing that number. The competition gets more and more fun as we get more and more people involved. So let's continue growing that number by sharing and resharing. You can take a screen capture. If you ever see me post anything on social media, hit that reshare button on your social media, share it out to your network. Who knows, there might be somebody out there who is a gifted 3D CAD speed modeler, and this could be your chance to let them know that there is a place for them here at TooTallToby.com. Also, your weekly challenge. I'm going to issue this challenge again this week and every week. Tell one coworker about the channel. Walk up to a coworker who's working on some spreadsheets and say to him or her, hey, do you know where you can go every Monday to hang out? TooTallToby.com. YouTube.com/TooTallToby. Hey, you know, every Friday, Toby's running the speed modeling tournament starting August 30th. Make sure you mark it on your calendar. You know, walk up to a coworker, whisper in their ear, let them know what we're doing here at YouTube.com/TooTallToby. Let's get them involved. And of course, if you really enjoy the channel, if you feel like you're getting a lot of value out of these live streams, out of these videos, out of these tips and tricks, be sure to support us back. You can support us back financially using Super Chat here on the live stream, or using Super Thanks if you're watching the recording, or you can visit the website, TooTallToby.com/donate. Last week, we had a special guest on, Aaron C., and he said we should set up Venmo. So we got Venmo set up now as well. So you can visit TooTallToby.com/donate. You can use PayPal. That is the preferred way. Venmo, also the preferred way. Super Chat is also the preferred way. And Super Thanks is also the preferred way. They're all welcome and very much appreciated. And of course, if you use the website, TooTallToby.com/donate, you can even set up a recurring donation, which is incredibly valuable to us to keep the doors open, to try to continue to spread the good word of 3D CAD and time-saving tips and tricks. In the world of TooTallToby, what is going on right now? Well, just a quick reminder, there's an Onshape tutorial out there. If you're looking to learn a new CAD system, I gotta tell you, Onshape has stolen my heart. You know, I am a SolidWorks guy. I've been a SolidWorks guy for a long time. I really think SolidWorks had a great product for their time, but the capabilities in Onshape are something that I've yet to see any CAD system really pull off with regards to the collaboration tools. So definitely worth checking out. If you work with other people, if you work on a team and you want to see what all is out there to help you with collaboration, Onshape is definitely one to check out. And I posted a full tutorial to explain how to get up and running in Onshape in just over an hour. So everything you need for parts and assemblies, motion, mates, you know, everything that you need in there is listed in that tutorial. You can check it out, youtube.com/OnShapeInc. I've also posted a video here on my channel. I just wanted to mention this to everyone. If you haven't had a chance to watch this video yet, which judging from the number of views, not too many people have had a chance to watch this video yet. It's called Branch and Merge Explained, or Branch and Merge and Multi-User Collaboration Tools Explained. This video is awesome. And I'm not just saying that because I made the video, but more so just because it demonstrates some of those capabilities I mentioned a moment ago with regards to the Onshape multi-user collaboration. And specifically what I'm talking about is in that video, the scenario that I lay out is we're looking at this this project from the tutorial. We're looking at this Sterling engine project. We've got one user here named Todd, and what Todd is doing is he's going to increase the diameter of the base of this assembly. We got another user, Toby, and what Toby's going to do is increase the height of the base of this assembly. Well, what that's going to do is it's going to change this glass sleeve. So down here at the bottom where it says glass sleeve changes, the ability to have multiple users working on the same assembly at the same time, maybe making a branch of that assembly so they can experiment and make some changes, but then bringing those multiple branches back together and generating a new geometrically unique solution is something that I've never seen anywhere other than Jern in the chat says, branch and merge is sick. Love the similarity to GitHub. Yeah, that's the only other place I've seen that, where you could have multiple users kind of experimenting and coming up with their own geometric ideas, and then you can have those ideas merge back together and give you one brand new geometrically unique solution. I know there's other CAD packages that say they can branch and merge, but if you're a file-based CAD system, then all you can really do is overwrite files, overwrite the entire file. That's not what we're talking about here. And so if that's something that you think is interesting, give this video a watch. It's 18 minutes. You know, watch it over your lunch break, something like that. Definitely time well spent. It's right on the main page of the TooTallToby channel, right on the videos page on this very YouTube channel. And it will definitely kind of open your eyes a little bit about what's going on in the world of Onshape and why their solution is so unique. Jern says, for the record, Build 123D can also branch and merge. There you go. So there's another solution. Thank you, Jern. I want to make sure I give credit where credit is due. And so Onshape and Build 123D both give you that branch and merge capability. So definitely another one to check out. If you haven't seen any of Jern's videos, Build 123D is another awesome CAD program that's out there. If you go to TooTallToby.com/leaderboard and you scroll down a little bit, you'll see some of Jern's entry here on using that Build 123D. Actually, Jern, maybe yours aren't here. Maybe yours are in the qualifier board. Stand by. Let me go to a different one here. So if we go TooTallToby.com and then we go to tournaments, we go to the Spring Open here, then we can get to some of the entries from Jern. Here it is, Jern Build 123D. So I'll just take your video and I'll drop it in the chat. And that way, if people want to see what Build 123D can do, they'll be able to see your whole channel, because I know you post a bunch of stuff there on the channel. But it's really cool. It's like a programmatic environment where if you have any kind of coding skills, you could maybe use those skills to create 3D CAD models here. You can see Jern going through and using a programmatic language to create a 3D model here from this challenge. So I'll share this video, Jern. I'll drop this in the chat for everybody, and that way, if you guys want to see what's going on here, you can check out some of this work from Jern. Victor K is in the chat, says, woke up late. I guess I only get one model today. That's all right. One's enough. There's also some other people saying hi as well here. Okioma said, I find your contents helpful for SolidWorks certification exam prep. Oh, thank you very much. I'm glad that you enjoy that. All right. Yeah, for sure, Jern. Thank you. Yeah, and guys, like I said, if you check out Jern's channel, you'll see that there are a lot of cool videos here demonstrating how to use Build 123D to go from just an idea to a fully defined 3D CAD model. Very cool stuff here. Check out Jern's channel. Good stuff on there. And maybe we'll see him competing a little later this year in the World Championship as well. So that moves me on to the next topic. The World Championship is inbound. We are all very excited about the World Championship this year. The finals are going to take place on Friday, October 18th. And the current world champion of 3D CAD speed modeling is in the chat, none other than Victor K. And Victor K said, I woke up late. I guess I only get one model today. And then Ace said, Victor, you could have woken up a bit later, so I get 2 points instead of 1. So always happy, Always happy to know that Victor K is running late. Gives, he's the world champion of 3D CAD speed modeling. Guys, where else can you go to compete against the world champion of 3D CAD speed modeling? Live in the chat. Are you faster than the current world champion of 3D CAD speed modeling? I don't know. This is where you can find out. Salvador says, TooTallToby, I can't log into your webpage. You got to use the contact form for that, Salvador. So just go TooTallToby.com in the upper right. You can hit contact. We will definitely get you all straightened out. No problem there. We've an expert team of web devs helping us out. Guys, the tournament is going to kick off here on today, essentially. Free registration opens. Next month, August 16th, registration will end. We're going to see the round of 16 beginning on August 30th. We're going to see the Elite 8 beginning on September 27th. And then we're going to see the finals and semifinals at a special event on October 18th. And we're going to be running these on Fridays this week. It's summer, sort of summer. So Fridays, maybe that'll give you a reason to take a half day on Friday if you're competing in the tournament, or even if you just want to watch the tournament. We're going to be running these on Fridays at 1 p.m. East Coast, USA. And then the final event is going to be at 6 p.m. East Coast, USA. So join us on Fridays this summer for this tournament. You can enter using any 3D CAD system. Free registration opens today. Very excited about this. And we're going to talk a little bit later in the tournament about how these matchups work, about what to expect from these matchups. But the basic idea is that we are going to show you a 2D print, and we're going to challenge you to turn it into a 3D model. 1 versus 1, you versus one other person, and the winner of that match is going to move on. Ian giving us lots of information in the chat. I like it. I like it. Lots and lots of information. A true engineer. So like I said, we're going to be giving you a 2D print, you and your competitor at the same time. We're going to show you guys the same print, and then you are going to attempt to turn that into a 3D model. So here we can see a match from earlier this year, the Spring Open 2024. This was Dom versus Ty. Dom's certified SolidWorks expert. Ty is an Libre wizard, and Dom is from the United States. Ty is from Australia. And we can see here that they were both trying to model the same part at the same time, trying to see if they could come up with the correct answer. Really, really fun to watch these different CAD systems. It's always 1 versus 1 in the tournament, so it's just up to you and your opponent. Maybe your opponent makes a mistake. You're allowed to make 1 mistake in the tournament. You're allowed to answer incorrectly 1 time, and then the second time, if you answer incorrectly again, then we start what's called the Clock of Doom. 5-minute countdown timer for your opponent, and it will be up to your opponent to try to determine whether or not they are able to figure out the mass of that part. There's no freebies. You got to earn your points. Even if your opponent doesn't show up, you still don't get a free pass. You still got to earn your points. So there's no freebies in this tournament, but hopefully everyone and their opponent will show up. I think we only ever had 1 no call, no show. And that gentleman was having a baby. I mean, I don't think he was having the baby. His wife was having the baby. But that gentleman was having a baby, and so that is totally understandable. Maybe just had a baby. Anytime you're, if anybody out there is not a dad or a mom, here's a little inside knowledge. When you first have kids, you don't get sleep for a long, long time. Like months and months and months without getting a good night's sleep. So if you know anybody who just had a kid and they missed an appointment with you, don't give them a hard time. Just say, I understand. That's how it is. That first span of about 6 months, especially with the first kid, that's a rough time for sure. All right, guys, what else is going on in the world of TooTallToby? We got the May-June leaderboard. I know there were some questions in the Discord about this. The May-June leaderboard kind of merged together, because we're going to have another leaderboard for the tournament. I'm going to have all new models for that. So we just decided to roll over the May leaderboard. So if you want to compete in the leaderboard, it's still open. TooTallToby.com. You can still check out the leaderboard. TooTallToby.com/leaderboard. It is right here. And you can see that there are a lot of epic entries from all over the world from last month, from May. we're gonna basically leave the leaderboard open here for June and let people continue to compete in June. So TooTallToby.com/leaderboard. Check it out. Good chance for you to get some more practice before you register for the tournament. And the Practice Models app, be sure to check out the Practice Models app. The Practice Models app is so much fun. Basically, you go to TooTallToby.com/practice, and you can see here that we've got these drawings. Here's the first one. We've got these drawings, and you've got the ability to complete one of these drawings. Now, you're not going to see the drawing until you click here to practice. So it says click here to practice, and then once you click here to practice, it says click here to begin, reveal drawing, and boom, the clock begins. And now it's up to you to turn that 2D print into a 3D model. And as long as you don't back out of the app or anything, your time is going to be tracked. And that's important because that's going to let you see how good you're doing over time. You're going to be able to keep improving over time. We're going to be tracking all of that to help you out so that you can see how well you're doing over time and how well you're improving. Of course, all of our drawings are ranked at a certain tier level of difficulty or complexity. So you could say, when it comes to tier 3 models, it seems like over time I'm getting faster and faster and faster. Obviously, it's going to take you a little longer for a tier 4 or tier 5 model, but these tier 3 models are a lot of fun. You can also see here how many people have completed this model versus how many people have not completed it. And if you do complete a model, like this very first one here I was able to complete, you can also see down here at the bottom what your time was, what the average time is, and what the fastest time was. Fastest time here was from CSWE Victor. I'll bet I know who that is. So you can see who the fastest time was, you can see what your time was, and you can see what the average time is for this model. Now we go through and we purge some of the, like the obvious times. Like if somebody answers in 2 seconds, we purge some of those times. We try to keep this as real as possible. So, we're just trying to keep the times in that seem like they're legit. There's lots of ways you can work with this Practice Models app, and we try to leave it open to you to decide how you want to work with it. But the way you really get your money's worth out of this thing is you click here to practice. You haven't seen the drawing before. You click here to begin. You haven't seen the drawing before. You click reveal drawing, and then you lock in and you say, I'm not going to leave this page until I get it. And I'm going to make sure that I track my time. And that way I can see how much I'm improving from week to week to week, from month to month to month. That way you can truly see how much you're improving. The Practice Models app has been a lot of fun to work on. I got to give a huge shout out to Bodie McBowpants, who really helped us with the community scoreboard, with the keeping track of everything. There's 48 models up there now. Wow, 48 models. With the analytics, making sure we can see how many people have successfully completed this challenge. With the analytics regarding your time, the average time, the fastest time. So huge shout out to Bodie McBowpants, our resident web dev, crypto expert. Thank you, Bodie McBowpants, for all your help on that app. I'm really happy with how that app came out. And as far as other news in the world of TooTallToby, well, don't forget to check out our videos. We post a lot of good videos to help you understand, why is the rib erroring on a part like this? It'll definitely help you explain that. Some beginner's tips, like how to do the SolidWorks instances to skip in Hull Wizard. The step-by-step tutorial here in Onshape, if you're an Onshape user. Beginner's step-by-step tutorial to really help you understand how to think through these 2D to 3D challenges if you're a student or if you're just getting started with Onshape. And of course, the shorts. We try to release shorts every day. We took a little bit of a break last week. But we're back now with the shorts. Guys, last week I got a little bit sick. That's what happened last week. So I was a little out of it last week, got a little bit sick. And then we did a 4-day camping adventure over this past weekend. So if you notice that the shorts went down for a few days, that's what happened. We're going to try and get back into it and do it every day. I did have a streak of almost 150 days of doing a shorts every day, but we did take a little short break and nice pun there. And now we are back, and we're back to releasing them just about every day. We try to release them every day. Mainly SolidWorks right now, but Onshape, time-saving tips and tricks are on their way. And the Discord server is up. The practice models, I will update the practice models. I'll try and add some more later this week. There's 48 right now. Let's see what we can do about getting that up to 51 or maybe 54 before the end of the week. Sign up for a free account at TooTallToby.com. And that's it for now for our news Don't forget, if you enjoy what you're seeing here at TooTallToby.com or here on the YouTube channel, support the channel. Hit that like button. Let's get that like ratio up. Let's see where we're at now. We got 30 people watching, and we got 19 likes. Let's see what we can do to get that like ratio up to 30. Hit that like button. Remember to share and reshare. Take this video, post it on your social media channel. If you see any of the short videos that I post or tips and tricks that are helpful, we got one coming out on sheet metal this week, tips and tricks on sheet metal. Be sure to take that video and post it and repost it throughout your network. A great way to help grow the channel. And with that, let's get into our first answer. Kind of a cool model here. I think for this model, there's a few different ways you could start it. I think one way that's very tempting to start it, at least for me, is to start out with a sketch here of the section view. So a sketch that might look something like this, a line over, a line down, a line this way, a line like so, and then revolve that shape. And that will give you this kind of central hub here. And that makes it kind of easy to work out from that central hub. I think probably what most people did was they probably started by looking at this thing from the top down and creating this outside perimeter. And I think that makes sense as well. Definitely another good way to create that geometry, create that outside perimeter, and extrude that up to your 18 millimeter height. And then you can start creating this revolved shape. Maybe you did it a different way, though. Maybe you extruded it and added draft. Lots of different ways you could create that geometry. But a tier 3 model, not the most difficult, but not the easiest either, especially in this limited amount of time that we have together to work on these types of challenges. So I hope that everybody enjoyed that challenge, and let's roll back in time a little bit here, roll back through the chat, and let's see who was the first person to successfully answer this challenge. So we're going to roll back here through the chat. Let's see what we got here. It looks like it was Ace. Came in with the first answer here, 2549. I'm not going to say if that's correct or not. We'll find out at the end. Phosphor, right behind him, 2549. We got Matt in the chat. What's up, Matt? 2462. Very nice. We got Ishmael in the chat here, 2549. We got VVV 2549. Matt revising his answer. Matt, just so you know, you can edit and revise your answer as many times as you want during Model Monday Live. When we're here on Model Monday Live, you can answer and answer and answer as many times as you want. Now, during the tournament, it's a little bit different. You can't do the same thing during the tournament. During the tournament, you can only answer incorrectly once. But during Model Monday Live, you can answer as many times as you want. And as long as you are the first correct answer, you will receive that point on the Model Monday Live leaderboard. We got Emil here in the chat. What's up, Emil? 2549. Bob Phelps, 2549. Stu 3D, 2549. Very nice, very nice. Michael, 2257. I like the variety of answers here. Amir coming in, 2549. Ian coming in, 2549. I'm seeing some consistency here. Surge TTL, 2549. Michael made an error, 2549 after all. And Stu 3D, 111241 in a Libre. Millimeters squared. That must be surface area. Okay, we're getting into surface area here. Okay, all right. Stu 3D, I think you answered a little earlier. Yeah, here we go, 2549. So let's see. The correct answer is 2549 grams. So that means that first point is going to go to Ace in the chat. 2549 is correct. Let's give a good game to Ace. A GG to Ace in the chat. GG, Ace. Well done, well deserved. And congratulations on earning that first point. Always good to get that first one out of the way before Victor K wakes up. It always feels good to get that first one locked in. Rockcrawler in the chat. What's up, Rockcrawler? Good to see you in here again. All right, guys. Nice job, Ace. Very, very speedy. Let's move on to our next challenge here. It's you versus the chat. Who is the fastest in the chat? We got people from all over the world using all different CAD systems. Who's going to get this next one correct and the fastest? Here we go. This next challenge begins in 3, 2, 1, go. What is the mass of this part in XXX grams? We're borrowing some parts from the older tournaments here to get everybody warmed up for the upcoming tournament. This part is an MMGS. It's ABS is the material. 1020 kilograms per cubic meter. This is a tier 4 part. It's got a little bit of trickiness to it. Little bit of trickiness to this part. It's kind of tricky how it's dimensioned. Kind of tricky how some of the features are constructed. Take a look. Come up with a game plan. Think about what your starting plane and your starting profile are going to be. Think about where your origin is going to be. Think about how each of the features is going to be constructed. Okay, this is a little bit of a tricky part, a little trickier than it looks if you don't have a good game plan. If you have a good game plan, it should all come together nicely. Remember, you can visit us, TooTallToby.com/practice. 48 models on the practice page right now. More coming every month. TooTallToby.com/practice. This part is MMGS, materials ABS, densities 1020 kilograms per cubic meter, tier 4 part called horn bracket. And the question is, what is the mass of this part in XXX grams? Take a screen capture, because we're going to continue to move on with the discussion of the tournament. But take a screen capture so that you can model this while we continue to talk. All right. Hope that's enough time. Let's continue here. The World Championship of 3D CAD Speed Modeling finals are going to be on October 18th. Our schedule is, we're going to start out with free registration today. Registration is going to continue until August 16th. So you basically have 2 months to register. But don't dilly-dally. Get in there. Get your entry in there. Lock in your spot up top. We're going to have our round of 16 begin on October 30th. Our round of 8 begin on September 27th. And our finals are going to be on October 18th. It'll be a special live event. I'm very excited about that special live event. And that one's going to be at 6 o'clock p.m. East Coast. The rest of them are going to take place at 1 p.m. East Coast. And all CAD systems are welcome in this tournament. So the way the tournament is going to work is if you go to TooTallToby.com, and you can actually see this already with our previous tournament setup. If you go to TooTallToby.com, if you go to TooTallToby.com/tournament, dropped us to the background there. If you shake those windows too fast, everything just minimizes. So if you go to TooTallToby.com/tournaments, you'll see kind of all the information about this tournament. You'll see there's an FAQ about what kind of things to expect, and you'll see some videos and some recognition of our previous winners. TooTallToby.com/tournaments. But if you go up to the very top of the browser here, the top of the web page, the navigation bars, and you fly out the tournament's navigation bar, there's a bar here for 2024 Spring Open Tournament. And here you can see the qualification process that we used during the Spring Open, and we're going to use a very similar qualification process this time around. So you're going to see here that in this qualification process, what we've got is we've got the click here, how to qualify, a little video there explaining how to qualify, a click here for the overall leaderboard rules, a click here for the how to enter the Spring Open Tournament, and then the rules for the tournament are listed here as well. And so what happens is the users were challenged to go through and construct these 3 models. This first model, which has a mass of 1039 grams, the second model, which has a mass of 1.08 pounds, and this third model, which has a mass of 9335 grams. And so the users were challenged to go through and construct these 3 models and to make a recording of themselves modeling those 3 parts. And those recordings were used, and along with their time, were used to determine who was going to be in the top 16 group that would start that tournament. So here you can see that list of 16 people. They were all pitted against one another in that tournament, and that gave us our overall tournament bracket for that Spring Open. And so we were then able to set the matches. We were then able to start pinning people against one another using different CAD systems, and ultimately start eliminating people. Really, people were getting eliminated each week. People are getting eliminated. What we do is we run 2 matches each week. There's 2 matches that run each week. So if we take a look at, let me just take a look here at the tournament bracket. Show you guys what that looked like. I like this song too. I don't know if you guys can hear the music, but if you can't, that's okay. Okay, here we go. Here's the bracket. Switch back over here. So if we look at this tournament bracket here from the Spring Open, we can see that those different runners were matched up against each other, you know, 1 versus 1. So we started here in the upper left with Imants versus Dusty Techno, and that took place on February 7th. Well, also over here on the upper right, we saw Mr. Alex go up against Jern. That also took place on February 7th. So each week we saw 2 matches, and each week 2 people were eliminated and 2 people moved on. So Imants was able to move on here to the March 6th match, was able to move on here to the March 20th match, and was even able to move on to the finals. So, or the semifinals and finals. So each week you're going to see 2 matches. 2 people are going to be pitted against one another from all over the world using all different CAD systems. And that way we will make our way to October 18th to determine who is the 2024 world champion of 3D CAD speed modeling. Now the question is, what to expect from this tournament as far as the models go. So first of all the models are going to be tier 3 or higher parts. We'll probably start out with tier 3, tier 4 parts in the round of 16. Maybe we'll bump it up to like tier 5 parts in the round of 8. And then when we get to the final 4, we'll go up to like tier 6, maybe tier 5, tier 6, maybe even higher in the finals. Give people a real chance to see who's able to pay attention to all the details, who's able to model through some tricky geometry to get to their final result. We're also going to see sweeps and lofts in this tournament. Now, sweeps and lofts are a little tricky for me as the administrator because sometimes it's difficult to judge what the appropriate tolerance is. In fact, a couple of years ago, actually last year, in the World Championship Finals, we had a part that had a sweep on it, and it was a problem because it landed outside of the tolerance depending on how you constructed the sweep, depending on whether you use guide curves or depending on if you didn't use guide curves. And so these are a little bit tricky for me, but we are going to see at least a few examples of sweeps and lofts. So you're definitely going to want to make sure that you have your fundamentals down as far as sweeps, lofts, and guide curves go. We're definitely going to see sheet metal in this tournament. Sheet metal is a fan favorite. People love seeing sheet metal. So lots of sheet metal stuff here. Ace has to go. See you later, Ace. Thanks for joining us. Got to go tuck in the kids. Skip the next 2 weeks. See you July 8th. All right, cool. Good luck. Good luck. Phosphor coming up with an answer saying, can't find my error. Let's see if he can find it. Not matching up with some of the other answers. Anyhow, we are definitely going to have sheet metal here in the tournament, so be on the lookout for sheet metal as we head into the World Championship of 2024. And finally, multi-body, multi-material. Maybe you could consider this assembly. There's going to be questions that have multiple parts working together. Those parts are going to be made out of different materials, so you're going to need to brush up on your multi-body and multi-material in order to be competitive in this tournament. So good luck to everyone. This is what to expect from the World Championship of 3D CAD speed modeling. And we're going to see what happens as our runners get deeper and deeper into the qualification process. I'm pretty excited about this one. I got to say, you know, we did the World Championship last year. We had 32 people in the World Championship last year, and it ran for quite some time, several months of just straight tournaments. And so, you know, you'd have your first match in like June, and then your next match wouldn't be till September. And that seems like a pretty big gap, kind of difficult to keep people's attention, and just, you know, a lot of planning that has to go into that. It's a lot easier when, you know, here's the 8, you know, really it's the 7 7 dates that you need to be aware of. So you need to be, you need to be aware of these dates here. You need to be aware of August 30th, September 6th, September 13th, September 20th, September 27th, October 4th, and October 18th. And you don't need to block all of them, but at least you can put all of them in your calendar today, and then you'll be asked to compete on one of these dates, and on the final. So each runner really only has to lock in on 3 dates maximum in order to make it through the tournament. That makes it a lot easier for our runners to schedule their calendar. It's kind of a nice sweet spot, I think. And it sets us up so we can run multiple tournaments throughout the year. So, we're going to be we had the Spring Open earlier in the year. Now we're going to have the World Championship, and we're going to try to host a Winter Open as well. Maybe it'll start before the new year and it'll end after the new year or something like that. So it gives us a lot more flexibility too when we run these 16-person instead of the 32-person. All right, Andy's got to go. See you, Andy. Thanks for joining us. And good luck on the rest of your Monday. All right, guys, we're seeing lots of answers coming in on this one. So let's take a look at answer number 2. Before we do, just a final reminder, don't forget to support the channel. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share and reshare. Anytime you see me post anything on social media, take a moment and hit that share and reshare button. It's a great way to continue to grow the channel. We've got more and more people in here every week. We continue to grow the number of people in this live stream. So let's continue to grow it. I'd love to see that number get up closer to 50 each week. And then, of course, even get it even higher. And if you do enjoy what we're doing here and you want to send some value back, it is very much appreciated. You can do that using Super Chat. You can do it using Super Thanks, or you can do it over at the website, TooTallToby.com/donate. You can use PayPal, or you could use Venmo for that donation. And the cool thing about the website is that you could even set up a recurring donation. We got one user who's doing $25 a month. Awesome. So helpful. Really helps us to continue to get those recurring donations. We've got several users who are doing $5 a month, $10 a month. Really helpful. Really shows that we're on the right track and that you're enjoying what you're getting out of this channel, whether it's the shorts helping you save time as you're going through and doing your daily tasks in SolidWorks, or whether it's the practice models to give you the ability to practice your skills, or maybe you like the leaderboard, or maybe you like the tournament. Whatever it is that you like, if you feel like you're getting value out of this channel and you have some value you can send back to us, it really is appreciated. It really goes a long way, and it really helps us to kind of keep the doors open, keep the channel going. So keep us in mind, next time you're paying your monthly bill to Disney or Netflix or anything like that, keep us in mind. Maybe we could get on that entertainment train as well. Really, we're more like edutainment. And like I said, there's something for everybody, whether it's Model Monday Live, whether it's doing the practice models, the CAD vs. CAD tournaments, the power moves, the leaderboard challenge. That's a really fun one. People really dig that one. Or, of course, the shorts. The shorts really give out a ton of value in a little bite-sized amount. So whatever value you're getting out of the channel, consider sending us some back. TooTallToby.com/donate. A great way to support the channel and to send us a signal, letting us know that we're doing the right thing. All right, and with that, let's take a look at our final challenge here. This is a really fun one. I saw in the VVV said, surface was sloped. I put the slot in a random place originally. Ha ha ha. Yep, this one you won't be able to do the Ivan exploit on this one because this surface here is sloped as well. So you're not going to be able to do the Ivan exploit for this one. So how to model this one up? I think that, again, for me, I would look at the whole thing. I would say, like, this is the more tricky area. So maybe I would consider actually starting with that, kind of using that as a base. So maybe what I would do is start out by sketching this shape from the back and then extruding that to whatever this depth is, 15 plus, I think it's 10 from this view up here. Yeah. So 30 plus 10, so 40. So extruding that shape maybe out to this depth. Although that doesn't actually capture this flat spot, huh? So I think I'd actually have to go the other way. Let me revise that strategy. Maybe what I would do is create this sketch first. Down, over, down, like that. Create that sketch first, and then extrude that out to probably just to 65/2. I probably wouldn't do the whole thing. I would just bring it over to 65/2. And then once that's extruded, this face here is going to be square. So then I would add a draft feature to draft that down. Then I could add this fillet feature on the corner. And then once that's done, then I would be ready to move into creating this shape here. So maybe create a plane offset at 10 millimeters, create that shape, add the full round fillet or add the radius 15, add the cut here, add the cut here, and then mirror the whole thing over, and you should be good to go. It's just that easy. It's just that easy when you have a game plan and you know how to construct the model because you made the challenge. It's just that easy. But, you know, that's a good way to do it. Definitely will be one to post on the YouTube channel. We'll see what other people come up with. And a really fun model. I think this is a cool model. I love these models that have these kind of weird angle challenges on them. And if anybody was able to complete that model in the past, you know, 15, 20 minutes, great job. Definitely not an easy one and a good challenge for everybody to try out. Yo, Ex Machina is here. What's up? What's up? Welcome, welcome. We're just winding things down here, but great to see you in here in the chat. Thanks for joining us today. All right, guys, let's see what types of answers we got from the most amazing chat ever. We started out with an answer here from Ace. 116.6, we'll round that up to 117. Very first answer. Then we had Victor K coming in, 117. Ace revising to 117. I am intolerant, I hope. If I did not make another mistake, that is. Emil, 117. VVV, 114. Ishmael, 117. Let's see here. VVV revises to 117. Bob Phelps, 117. Oh, sorry. Phosphor, 110.6. Can't find my error. Bob Phelps, 117. Ian, 120. Very nice, very nice. Michael, 117. Amir, 117. And Ian coming in, 117 revised. Very nice, very nice. Phosphor coming in, 117 revised. Got it, got it. Figured out the issue. Okioma coming in here, 126. Very nice. Surge, 131. I like it, I like it. All right, guys. Let's see, what is the answer to this one? 117 grams. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So that looks like Ace is going to get a clean sweep today. 116.6. We're going to round that up to 117. And that is going to give Ace a clean sweep. I know that he left, but I'm still going to give him a good game in the chat. GG in the chat. GG, Ace. Well done. Clean sweep. Very nice. Very nice. So that's going to get Ace 2 points on the Model Monday Live leaderboard at TooTallToby.com. And congratulations to Ace. Very nicely done. Good showing today. Just barely edged out Victor K. Victor K, our current world champion. We were actually going to have him as a guest today, but after doing... Sorry, Victor K. Thank you for offering to be the guest today. I apologize. After doing the camping trip this weekend, yesterday was not as productive as I had hoped it would be. I was a little underprepared, so appreciate your flexibility. We'll get Victor K on here at some point to share some tips and tricks about the world of 3D CAD speed modeling. And GG to Ace, yes, just barely edged out Victor K in that chat answer. All right, guys, congratulations to our winners. Thank you to you, the most amazing chat ever. Don't forget, your challenge for the week is to tell one coworker about the channel. Let them know what we're doing over here at TooTallToby.com. Let them know it is the place to get all of your 3D CAD practice in. Don't forget to check out that Onshape tutorial over on the Onshape YouTube channel. If you want to learn a bunch about Onshape in one single video, you even get a free PDF guidebook to go with it. Visit youtube.com/OnshapeInc. Look for that Sterling Engine project. Link down below in the description for that video. And we will be back next week, May 24th. So, I'm sorry, June 24th. Just June. It's not May, June. It's just June. June 24th. And don't forget, live CAD vs. CAD action next week. We're going to have some more of these CAD vs. CAD challenges. We'll continue talking about the tournament. And we're going to see some practice models, some shorts and pro moves, some social media going out this week. Don't forget, everyone, please, 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 whenever you see me post anything, take a moment, share it with some coworkers, share it with some friends, hit that button, that share and reshare button. That'll broadcast it out to your social media network. Even if you only have 10 people in your network, just share it back out to all of them. Who knows who's in your network who's going to want to share that again and continue growing the channel. This might be a great place for them as well. And of course, I want to say thanks so much to all of you, the amazing chat pros. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your week. What a great way to start the week. Model Monday Live really sets the stage for the rest of the week. So hope you guys all enjoy the rest of your week. And I hope you enjoyed the live stream today. And I will look forward to seeing everybody next week. And of course, we will have some great content coming out throughout the week. Look out for that sheet metal video that's coming out this week. All right, thanks a lot, everybody. See you all next week.